Good morning, YouTubers. Well, we are out in the rain today. Luckily, we're in our van, so we're not really out in the rain. But as I was sitting here, I saw something really cute I want to show you. Look at this adorable little fishing boat. Isn't that cute? It's like it's like 4 times the size of a bathtub. It's just the neatest little fishing boat I've ever seen. And it has like a little trailer, see? And it's hooked up just to a regular old car. Oh, my dad was a fisherman, and he really would have liked to see a little boat like that. He had a little fishing boat one time. I don't think it was that small, though. Oh, I love how the little seats kind of sit up high so you can, see what you're doing. I love it. I love little fishing boats. So rain was not in the forecast today, so a lot of people had their boats out on the lake. And as soon as it started raining, everyone was just scrambling to get their trailers down there and get the boats out. I think this guy coming out right now, I think he's like one of the last ones to get out. Isn't that amazing? But oh, how pretty. How pretty. It waters the grass. It waters the trees. It's just such a blessing. Good morning, YouTubers. Well, I've been telling you about the new pinyon pines that I've found, so I'm going to show them to you today. Look how green that grass is. And the buffalo burr is in bloom. Love those things when they're not in the middle of my driveway, because they do have big stickers on them. But aren't the blossoms wonderful? No cattle today around the pond. They must have found greener pastures. Now, before it rained, the neighbor who owns this property was having the bottom of it dug out, so it was deeper. So that's why you see that big pile of dirt over there. And then another one down here kind of sticks out into the water. I think that there's probably a lot more water in it because it was a lot deeper. Okay, so the way I found these additional pinyon pines is that I'd go up to these big juniper trees and I'd just peer inside like this to the main trunk and just look for pine needles. Now, that one didn't have any, but as I was looking at this, see there's some broken branches? I believe this is because when the road grader goes along here to dig out this ditch, that it touched this tree just a little bit, broke a couple branches. But as I was looking, I noticed here, looky there, pine needles. And then, upon further investigation, I can see the little trunk in there. So this juniper is harboring a baby pine tree. Oh, I love it. There you can see the van off in the distance. Here's another one that I peered inside, and sure enough, there's some pine needles in there. I don't know if you can see them. See if I can point to it right there. See that? So again, a juniper keeping care of a pinyon pine. Okay, I just came around on the other side of this tree. Here you can see them really well. The pine needles. And the trunk of that pine tree is right there. Do you hear the pinyon jays in the background? They have an interesting song. There you can see the van. Here I'm approaching this big one. And yep, See the little pine needles right there? Yep, there's a tiny pine inside this one. Wow. That's 3. Now this guy has one too. So this one is number 4. Can you see those pine needles? Right about there. Oh my goodness. As I'm looking to show you these ones that are inside of the junipers, here's one. Look at this. This is a pure pinyon pine. Wow. So that makes, I don't know, I gotta count them up. I'm losing track. This one is gorgeous. Look at the shape of that thing. Just beautiful. The reason I'm so excited about the pinyon pines is because the pinyon pines are actually the native plant in this area. And the junipers are the ones that have come in. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Yay! A big, beautiful pinyon pine. Now here are the 2 original pinyon pines that I found last year. And I trimmed them up. I did some chop and drop around the edges of them. Threw some sticks down there. And this spring, they looked really happy. So there's this one. Then on the other side of the bucket, there's one right there. Ooh, and as we're on our way to the other ones, gotta show you the little purple flowers. And I think this one is the Dakota mock verbena. Okay, in this area, I have found 2 more. I'll see if I can show them to you. Put down my umbrella. Alrighty. Look at this cutie. See those pine needles? You can really see the trunk on this one pretty well. Let's see if I can point to it right there. Yeah, that's a nice one. And then I just turn around, and this little guy, see, he's right here. He's not right close to the trunk of the juniper, but look how pretty. Pretty pine trees. Pinyon pine trees. Precious has been watching this bug very carefully. Big old stink bug. Well, she's not really watching. She's just, where'd he go? Oh, there he goes. Just listening for it. Hey, stay back, Precious. Stay. So I've probably got another 100 trees to look at and see if there are any pinyon pine seedlings in their midst. And so far, I've got 10. The 2 that I knew from last year, these 2 that I just showed you, that's 4, and then the 5 that are over close to the road, and then the one big one that's actually a full-grown pinyon pine. So that's 10 altogether. Yay! Well, thank you again for joining me on the ranch. I appreciate you watching. I hope you're as interested in these beautiful trees as I am. And I'll see you again. Jesus loves you. He's the exact image of the invisible God who created all this wonderfulness just for us. Adios. Bye-bye.